I wanted to do this challenge after hearing about the original creator trying to copyright it to spite them, but they quickly changed their mind about that idea after immense backlash. However, I'm still gonna do it, regardless of said spite, because I thought it'd be interesting. 100 days of hardcore Minecraft is nothing to scoff at, especially without sleeping. It comes out to be about 44 hours in real time. Of course, though, I personally slept through the night a lot. I was that scared of possibly dying. As we all know, hardcore mode is pretty dang difficult, and you only have one life, one shot. So if you die, that's it. The world is gone. Let's go over the goals of what I want to do for this whole video, though. First off, I want to make a huge base area. Farms, animals, stuff like that pretty much. I also would like to attempt to get full netherite gear as well as beat the ender dragon. It's pretty simple stuff, I know, but still, regardless, I want to do those things. Without further ado though, let's get this started.
Welcome to San Andreas, I'm CJ from Grove Street, landed the heinous gangbangers and cold.
So we spawn in and I decide, yep, it's wood time because obviously that's kind of what you do in this game. And then I immediately go after some animals. As you can see, I find quite a bit here. I see that that place is just on fire over there. You know, find some chickens and whatnot. Some pigs, etc., etc. You know, the typical stuff, really, with this world. Found some sugarcane as well. And then, of course, I kill some more cows, because why not? Found this place, and I was like, yeah, I'm not going to risk this. Fuck that. Then I see a village, and I'm like, yo, that seems pretty sick. I'm going to go over there and loot everything. And of course, I take the bed, too. I start stealing from the houses because I am too lazy to dig into the ground. I'm like, yeah, this house will do fine. I'm fine with that. And I also see this iron golem, and I'm like, yo, yeah, I'm going to definitely kill this guy. Over here, I'm trying to, like, lure him over and then just do the whole 3-block trick. And then slowly but surely murder him for some iron in this early game. I found this villager as well, and I'm like, okay, well, I have emeralds, so I might as well, I guess, get some stone tools instead of having to mine 4 more stone for these. And then, of course, I go ahead and steal more stuff from the village, because we are in the early game, so why not take a bit and just save myself the trouble of the entire thing. You know, as you can see, I'm just kind of looting this guy's stuff as he sleeps, just right in front of him, and then I go right next door and then sleep into his neighbor's bed. Day 2, I'm looking around the village, just looking for some more stuff and whatnot. You know, as you do. Then I find this cool little, you know, nether portal with some stuff. I don't look at the chest plate, and it's got curse of binding. I just kind of deal with the hand I've been dealt, and I decide, okay, well, I'm going to at least grab the gold. Figure out I already have an iron pickaxe, and I go ahead and quickly mine all that gold because that's what I kind of want. I think it'd be pretty handy to have 18 gold. I find this cave as I'm journeying, and I'm just, you know, kind of looking for some iron pretty much. Just the basics. Maybe if I find some coal, that'd be pretty cool too, because that's pretty handy. And then I go ahead and head out of it. I end up just kind of walking a bit, and I end up finding a desert, and I figure, you know what, I want to look for a desert temple. And I instead find another monument thing. I don't know what they even call them. I find a mending chest plate to rub into my face and a few silk touch items as well as a mending axe. And lo and behold, I find the old desert temple. We go ahead and just, you know, jump right in there. No questions asked. I just want to look and see what kind of loot this has, because these things can have absolutely anything, and they can be very big early game changers with the amount of things that they possibly have. Such as, you know, enchanted books. They even have diamonds, iron, gold, whatever it may be. I find an Unbreaking 3 book, which is very good, and the rest is just kind of junk, but I'm still going to grab it anyways, along with the TNT. We go ahead and head out, and that pretty much ends the second night, so I figure, okay, well, I'm just going to quickly skip the night because I want to continue journeying and just hopefully trying to find a place that I can call home. Day 3 and 4 were kind of a bit of a weird situation for me. I just kind of found another village here, and I just sort of was just looting it, of course, you know, as I do. I also make a shield there as well, and I collect some hay bales, you know, the works pretty much when it comes to these, I guess, different types of villages. And here you can see I found a bunch of shoes, so I figured, yeah, I'm just going to take one of these. And then at this point, I'm like, you know, I think I can call this place home. I think this is good enough. However, you'll see in a bit here that I end up changing my mind after making some iron armor, of course, first, because, you know, I really do need to get some iron armor on my body, as I have no armor. Can't really make a chest plate because of the binding chest plate, of course. So yeah, I go ahead and do that. Then here's what I realize, you know, actually, I don't want to live here. This place sucks. I don't like building in plains. They're just not that fun for me. They're not entertaining at all, so I figure, you know, we're gonna head out here. We head off into the sea, just to find a new area, I guess. Here I find another one of those ocean monument things. I don't know what they call them. I had some obsidian, which I took, and a golden apple as well. And then, of course, that ends day 4 right here. Day 3 was, of course, you know, yeah. Get ready for a lot of traveling because this entire day was just me moving around looking for a place I can call home. Oh my lord, did I just walk and boat and boat and boat. You know what I mean? It was a lot. There was a lot here. But yeah, that was pretty much all of day 4. Day 5 and 6. Yes, you heard that right. I found some dogs and then I took them. That was that little tidbit right there, yeah. Otherwise, I just kind of kept moving around looking for a place that I can live, you know, found some monuments on the way and stuff. None of it really had any good loot. Then, I finally found it. I finally found the perfect base area. Well, not so perfect, but good enough for me. We're just kind of looking around here, just checking out the infrastructure and whatnot. Then, of course, I find yet another Nether monument. Just had kind of random stuff as usual, nothing really too interesting. Then, of course, that ends, I believe, like day 6 or something. Day 7 through 10, we did quite a bit of different things, but for the most part, we mined. As you can see here, I start making a little hole in this mountain that I could call a temporary base just for the time being until I can make it greater. Here, I'm bringing my dogs, of course, you know, gotta get everything set up. There we go. Of course, I'm gonna get myself some brand new spanking tools as well. Need those, been needing them for a while now. I decided to strip mine because we need some diamonds. I want some diamonds immediately. Also, we need a bit more other ores. And then I fell here, and then I was like, uh-oh. Then I'm like, oh, yo, this skeleton's kind of killing itself. This is pretty sad. Oh, God. And then, yeah, I got to deal with this guy really quickly. And here, I'm a bit hesitant to enter this ravine because we've all seen what happens to me in a ravine. As you can see, I'm just finding a bunch of gold. We head upstairs as well really quickly because I want to go ahead and smelt some ores as we do some more mining. And lo and behold, there we go. We found some diamonds. It's about 8, which is the best you can get. Sometimes you can get 9, though. Mine a bit more obsidian as well so we can get another portal and a enchant table eventually. And of course, we find a single other diamond. A single one, as it always happens. Again, I'm hesitant to enter this ravine. If you don't know, I have a very bad history with creepers falling on my head and instantly blowing up. It's not a fun time. Here's an old lesson as well. Mine all the coal that you can because you never know what you're going to find behind it. Obviously, nothing this time. At this point, I really wanted to extend my house a little bit, so I went ahead and did that pretty much. I start enchanting here, and we just go for level 1 enchants, basic ones just for our armor, just to make ourselves a bit more geared. And now I want to go ahead and get some farming done, as well as some terraforming around the land, just to get the cows ready for it and whatnot. I decided to make a diamond shovel there as well, so you can see. Let's send in the cows. Let's get them in there and get some XP, as well as some better food going. I went ahead and made a wheat farm as well, just because, well, we just made a cow farm, so we kind of need this. I went mining again and found some diamonds, so that was pretty neat. I just kind of mine here for a decent bit, so yeah, that's for the most of the clips here. And then I come across a spider dungeon, which isn't the best. Spider spawner really isn't that good. It's very hard to make XP farms that function correctly with these things, but it's something, I guess. And here I just find diamonds after diamonds after diamonds, pretty much. My pickaxe breaks here as well, so I go back up, make a new pickaxe, enchant that, as well as go back down for some more diamonds. Day 16 was pretty much the most basic day you could get. I was pretty much exploring around looking for sugarcane and cows, trying to get some leather and, you know, paper for books. Also, I wanted to make a sugarcane farm as well, so I figured I'd kill 2 birds with 1 stone here and just kind of do some exploring, I guess. Here you can see me make a sugarcane farm, and yeah, that was pretty much that day. Day 17 did a bit of everything. I filled up the farm with the wheat, as well as did some house renovations. I kind of upped the ceiling a bit, and just overall expanded the house in general. It wasn't anything too special. I also did find this huge pond above it, so I figured I'd light it up just in case a creeper spawns in here. And then I continued with the house and just kind of, you know, expanded it a bit. Also realized that everything was in the way of the entrance, so I moved it over to the left and right, and as well as the chests. Continuing on with the house, of course, and whatnot, and I think it's looking pretty decent. Open enough, at least. And then, of course, I realized that there was a leak coming in from the pond upstairs, so I went ahead and filled that up, and it seems like it is fixed now. Day 18 wasn't the most interesting of days. I basically just wanted to build a bridge the entire day. I was tired of walking on this 1 block, like, thick bridge. It was uncomfortable over this giant, huge, you know, ravine. Obviously, there's water on the below, but, like, I didn't want to risk that at all anymore, and I wanted a nice little bridge so I could somewhat comfortably walk around. I gave it a bit of a different design than usual. It's kind of rough looking, which I like, I think, and I think it turned out pretty well. Here I'm terraforming a lot. I want this place to be my farmland, basically. This is where my crops are going to essentially be growing. I decided as well, you know, we need kind of a fencing for the bridge, so let's go ahead and do that. Let's add some stairs too, why not? Might as well. And I'm finally getting enough books for an enchanting table, so that's cool. I thought adding a tunnel here would be pretty cool, so I went ahead and did that too. And I figured, hey, why not? Let's put the enchantment table up here. I think here would be a perfect spot for it. It's out of the way, and I can eventually move it if need be. I'm crafting a bunch of tools here, because, yeah, why not? I finally get a good pickaxe for once. It's not the best, but it's also not terrible. And finally, we're heading to the Nether. It's about time. I just need XP for the most part, so I'm mostly just going there for quartz, but anything else I can salvage is good enough too. Ignore that. Not the best of spawns. Oh my lord, is it laggy. But, we'll deal with it, I suppose. Can't really do much else. Boom! Achievement. Here you see me mining some quartz, and then I get pushed over by a pigman, which is way too close. Eat your heart out, dream. I also noticed over here there's a bastion, and, maybe we'll take a look at that at some point. And we're back home. Oh, where the hell am I? And now we're back home. Oh. Aye, bro. Oh boy, please forgive me, because these next moments are pretty scatterbrained. As you can see, I'm kind of enchanting here, getting some new tools and whatnot. Then we transfer over to the Nether to get myself some more XP. Then we go ahead and do some trading, of course. Then we're just finishing up the tunnel in our house, you know, just straight thugged it out. I was erasing the floor here because I wanted to add a grass block. And of course, here comes the wheat farm. We're going to start doing that as well. I'm just sitting here measuring and stuff, just getting everything right. And of course, I'm measuring some more just to make sure that I've got each water bucket perfectly placed so I can make the most efficient farms, because that's what I'm all about, efficiency. And we're back at the tunnel, and I'm going to make an enchantment room. I think it's needed. I'm tired of going back up to that dangerous place. Picking up the bookshelves and stuff with this pickaxe, oh my lord, is it slow. Enchantment table down, bookshelves down. Yep, it's gamer time. I didn't show it on screen, but I actually went to the Nether to pick this black stone up as well as a piece of glowstone or two. Here we go, opening up the ceiling again and starting the walls. I had an idea here that I thought would be pretty neat, so I basically opened up this little backspace area, placed some grass down, then put some redstone lamps, and then of course some rose bushes. Nice little garden. Don't worry, I went back and placed more. And the ceiling is done. Look at it. Oh, it's a beaut. Of course, I did a little enchant just to get it broken in. Not bad, silk touch. I got sick and tired of having this Curse of Binding chestplate on me, and at the same time, I found some silverfish, so I figured, hey, I'm gonna let this guy just beat me up until it breaks. You have served your purpose, goodbye. Also just got myself a new chestplate as well, neat. Went mining, of course, and just found a bit more diamonds. Of course, now I have fortune as well, so that makes it even better. Uh-oh. Time to mine the stuff that I probably won't use. I wanted a chest for my enchanting room with just filled with a bunch of stuff that I can enchant as well as some lapis, so I went ahead and did that. Of course, I continued to farm as well and just continued to grow the empire. And then it was time for me to get some diamond gears, so I went with middle level enchantments, as you can see, so we could go ahead and go to the Nether. Whoa, that was risky. You guys getting anxiety? I bet you are. Finally found a fortress after so much time passes. Not really. It was like a few hundred blocks, I think, that I had to go. And oh my god, are the spawn rates for these guys insane. I'm scared. Even with diamond armor, this stuff is very risky, so I'm being as careful as I possibly can when fighting these types of dudes. One of these idiots hits a pigman and just basically saves my ass. And of course, I deal with some wither skeletons along the way as well. Boom, into fire. Got some blaze rods there. See some wither skeletons, try to get cheeky with it, doesn't work out, I get scared and then run off and it works. And it's time to hunt for some blaze rods. Oh boy, I need at least, I think, 10 because I can make 20 powder with that. So that's what I'm gonna go for in this. As you can see, it takes a bit, but I eventually get it after killing like a few, I think it was like 40 probably of these guys. I had very bad luck with these drops, honestly. And now it's time to get the hell out of here because I don't want to be here anymore. I figured I'd trade with some piglin while I'm here, and I ended up getting 4 pearls out of like, I don't know how much gold. Here we're gonna go ahead and make a sheep farm finally, because I want to use some wool for some building and whatnot. So I figured I'd go along with the land here and make a very different farm. And of course, here these idiots are. Day 37, I wanted to get some more XP, and I figured we only have 1 spawner, so we're kind of stuck with, sadly, a spider XP farm. I've never built one of these before, and I wasn't looking to look up a tutorial or anything, so I just kind of winged it, and it ended up as poorly as you probably already thought. It really wasn't that good, honestly. I wasn't a big fan of it. Didn't really last long either. You'll see much later that we get something better. But yeah, for now, this will just have to do, I guess. I did get some levels out of it, and I got another fortune pickaxe as well, so that's pretty cool. I realized which colors I wanted to work with, so I went with light blue and red, the colors of the Switch. Ah, yes, soy. We finally do some housework, and it's pretty simple, but it's much needed, because we have not worked in the house for a decent bit, and I think it's about time that I go ahead and do that, honestly. I then later realized, actually, I realized what I want to do with the wool. I have no idea what any of this is, but we'll see how it goes, I suppose. The work is kind of spread out here, as you can see. I just randomly decided, you know, I want to do a potato farm now, so let's go ahead and do that. The potato famine is no more thanks to me, gentlemen. Remember what I said about finding something better eventually? Yeah, that happened pretty much. We ended up finding a zombie spawner, which is pretty cool. So I immediately torched it up, went inside, took the coordinates, and looked inside the chest. Then I came back to it and dug back up towards the surface so we could eventually see where it exactly is. And lo and behold, it's literally right next to our house. We could not have gotten luckier. There is a lot of cows here. I'm waiting for a looting sword to kill them. We came back down to the spawner just so I can get started on making an actual XP grinder. Finally, we'll have some actual decent XP, as well as some okay drops, I suppose. I miscounted. It is pretty much working at this point. All I need to do is just make a bigger grinding place, I suppose, because they kind of get bunched up and that's no good. Let's dig back up and make an actual ladder up to the surface. Figured we'd go ahead and go and enchant something, and I finally got a decent bow. Okay. No hoba for today. Power forward, not bad. We can go ahead and add that. Yeah, base time. Let's actually do some work. Like, some actual work on our base for once, because we are not doing anything for it, and I'm sick of looking at this boring, dumb little tiny hole in the wall. So let's go ahead and give it some more pizzazz, I suppose. I wanted to go for a castle look because I've never actually built a castle before, and every time I've said that I've never built one and have attempted to, it's never really actually happened. So let's go ahead and see what we could do here for a neat little idea. I was kind of just winging it for the most part with this thing. I don't know what any of this is, honestly, but I figured, hey, let's work with what we got here and see if we can come up with something nice. This wool pattern, I have no idea what I'm doing with it at the moment, but, you know, eventually I'll figure it out. Hopefully, probably not. I don't know. We'll see what happens, though. Neat. Looks like a Nintendo Switch. There's some guys spawning on the side of the mountain. Not sure why they're there exactly. There's not even a village nearby, so kind of weird. I don't know how that works. Randomly decided, hey, I want another room, so we're going to do the exact same thing as we did for the enchanting room and make the same size over here. And just see what we'll put in there. You know, it'll be there for when we need it, basically. And back to the castle, we're going to go ahead and do some more random stuff and hope it works. Yeah, that looks interesting, I guess. I don't know. We're also going to add a actual tower. So, I don't know what these will be for, but they'll look cool, I guess. Yeah, nice. I'll have to make that taller. I finally got sick of looking at these cows, and I also wanted level 30, so I just figured, you know what, I'm just gonna kill. I'm just gonna kill until I level up. And finally, I think it's time that we head towards the Bastion. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, and I'm just kidding. I'm just getting some blackstone for my build. Also, I decided to make this into a potion room. You know, I thought, let's go with the Nether theme. It fits, you know, with the potion thing, and let's use quartz, blackstone, and, you know, Nether items, I guess. Put some nether wart here to just use as a little tiny farm. I don't think we need too much of it, so I figured, that'll be fine. Also got the idea to have like a little tiny garden thing over here, because I thought that would look neat. And back over to the castle, of course. We're building the second tower, and it's not looking too shabby. I'm just kind of sitting here having trouble trying to decipher what size I need to make it exactly, and then I finally figured it out, and then, you know, we of course continue making it and whatnot, until it is eventually complete. Here I have no idea what I wanted to do. I don't know what was going through my brain, but I figured, this could look cool, and then it looked cool, so I was like, okay, cool, you can stay. I was grinding some XP as well, and I figured, let's do some enchanting. We got some actual good armor. Not gonna use it yet, but, you know, it's there for when the set's complete. Oh yeah, it's harvesting time, or at least kind of close to it. I don't know. They weren't all fully finished growing, but I couldn't wait any longer, and I was like, yeah, I want all of these right now. Also, I won't lie, most of these days consisted of me trying to just grind for XP and whatnot. in that zombie grinder, so like it was just all me AFKing down there waiting for them to spawn for like 5 days. I figured I wouldn't show it, nothing really happened. I needed sand pretty badly and I wanted to make some potions, so I figured I'd do some adventuring. I see some squids down here and I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna make Sky Does Minecraft proud in about 2 seconds here, goodbye. I end up seeing some horses and I want to go and grab one of them, so I'm gonna go back to my base and grab a saddle. First guy I see is a 14-hearted horse, and he's pretty dang fast as well. So, yeah, and I almost ended up killing him there. He's pretty speedy, yeah, as you can see. Can jump about 2 blocks too, not bad. He's going to take me many places, including this village. I found a beach finally, and I'm like, yo, that's cool. There's some ice over there too if we end up needing it, but I don't think we're gonna need that anytime soon. So let's just grab some sand and head out of here. Heading back, I find another village and this weird, like, fused house that fused itself. I have no idea what's going on over here. And we end up finding a wandering trader, and I, of course, have to do the stupid jokes. Yeah, haha, funny. I think this horse deserves a little home, so we're gonna go ahead and make it one. And there you go, there's a little nice home for you. I shall name you Beewee. What a handsome fella. Look at him. Let's get some potions made. First up is regen and just a bunch of other random stuff that I throw into a chest. I'm not going to show you all of that, of course, though, because it's boring. I also wanted to change the floor out, so we go ahead and do that. Little bit of enchanting to start these next days off. We don't get too good of luck, but it is what it is. We can deal with it. We can always combine books later. I want mending, so we're going to go ahead and grab that real quick. It actually didn't take me too long to get it. I think it was maybe like 20 recycles of this single villager, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. Give me all of those. Actually, first I need some emeralds. Whoops. It's like investing in Dogecoin, but it's not Dogecoin. It makes no sense. Give me that. I love mending. Let's get ourselves a decent pickaxe, aka a god pickaxe. Also, let's put mending on our chest plate. Why not? I figured to go along with our new mending villager, let's go ahead and make a sugarcane farm, like an actual one. So we're going to go ahead and clear out some land and also make some land here and eventually just make a sugarcane farm. Pretty much a basic one. We're not looking for anything too crazy just yet. Maybe that'll come in for the next 100 days. Who knows? Had a few simple days here. Pretty much just sat there XP grinding at the grinder and just enchanting and using the anvil. We're pretty much going up there in our armor, which is good. And of course, I want some more mending, so we're going to go ahead and do that. Booyah. With the time remaining of the day, I figured I'd do some more housework, just some minimal stuff here. As you can see, it's turning out pretty okay, actually. I'm not sure what I'm doing with the wool here, but you'll see soon enough, it actually looks kind of cool, I think. These days, it's going to be all about building and really just tidying up the place for the most part. As you can see, I kind of just tweaked that a tiny bit just because I wasn't feeling the original design, and I like this one a lot more. I think it looks a lot more cleaner. And of course, we're going to go ahead and make these towers look a bit better, albeit a bit phallic. Oh boy, blackstone. Very annoying to collect, as you can see, and I'm getting attacked. Just because I wanted to fill up the floor, finally. I changed the design just a bit more as well, and I think this one is what we're going to stay with. We kind of going with a yin and the yang sort of deal here. I don't know. I don't know. I honestly don't know where this whole design came from. I'm legitimately winging everything here and just kind of trying to find a certain style, just trying to implement that wool into some sort of thing. That kind of looks like Among Us. I don't like that. Time for the walls. Oh boy. I've got a rough idea on what I want to do with these. You'll see in a second here. I'm kind of going for like this snow globe thing. There's a certain word for them, but I don't know what the word is. It'll make sense once it's all complete, trust me. As you can see here, you got the idea. And that one's done. And then for this one, I figured let's go with a Nether theme. Let's keep it up with the whole yin and the yang thing. We got the Nether and the overworld. Boom. Isn't that so poetic? Look at me go. I'm just a poet and I didn't even know it. Okay, it's time to hunt for some Netherite. I don't know why I waited so long to actually like get it, but I guess it's better late than never, I suppose. This stuff is always so dangerous, so I always recommend that you be as careful as you can, because you can easily die to a bad explosion no matter what armor you have. It's actually kind of ridiculous, honestly. I actually found a decent amount of Netherite. Not the most or anything, but enough to get myself a few bits and bobs, I guess. And of course, here is me digging right to some more. I would talk through all of this, but honestly, I just cannot even be asked, as well as the fact that like it's pretty much simple. You're just watching me find Netherite. That's all there is to it, really. So I guess just enjoy the music for the rest of this. Heading back up, we did end up finding a decent amount, as well as some gold and quartz and whatnot, and I figured I'd do just a little bit of piglin trading where we got a few more ender pearl drops. Now that we're back home, it's about time we go ahead and make a smithing table. I rarely make these things, honestly. I don't get far enough to a point where I actually do get netherite usually. So this is very interesting. It's always very neat using the new features and whatnot. We go ahead and do the chest plate, looking spiffy, and we're going to go ahead and do the pickaxe as well. And why not the pant too? We're going to go ahead and finally make ourselves a storage room. It took a decent bit of clutter just being in the main room, but it's fine, it's fine. Well, we're eventually there, you know, we're working on it. It's not like 100 days are almost up or anything. It's not even that big of a deal, guys. Relax, okay? As you can see, I'm just clearing out a huge room in the base area. We don't have a lot of room when it comes to these kinds of things, sadly, but it's okay, it's okay. We'll work with what we got. Now's the time to actually get some chests. Oh god, we gotta get a lot of wood. Decent bit of wood here, finally, so let's go ahead and get some chests down. You'll see that this took a lot of them, actually. I think it took about like 3 stacks, maybe 4 stacks total. It was not cheap, that's for sure. Storage room is gonna be completed right now. I'm completing this. I'm not gonna delay it anymore. I'm gonna finish this up, and I'm even going to sort stuff. You're gonna see that there was a bit of a time skip there. I did the walls and the floor and whatnot. You saw the floor, but you didn't see the walls fully. I just figured I'd skip most of the building process because it wasn't really all that interesting or anything. Of course, I'm also going with the weird, like, V design that I've been doing. It's looking like a V. We're gonna go with my favorite way of doing storage rooms, and that's having the block or item on the floor next to the chests to indicate what's inside of them. We're also gonna spice up our tools and our armor. Just one last time, we're gonna get sharpness 5 on our sword. And we're gonna get protection and mending on our diamond helmet. Why not? Let's name it Cowboy. Yeehaw. And finally, I know it's a bit early, but we're gonna go ahead and look for the stronghold now. And I think we're gonna also fight the dragon. I kind of over-prepared for it, I think, personally. But we'll see what happens, honestly. I don't know. You can never over-prepare in hardcore, I always say. I mean, take a look at Philza. He's constantly over-prepared. He got his ass handed to him by a fucking baby zombie, so you never can be too careful. I think I might have found it, so we're gonna go ahead and leave Biwi upstairs and go ahead and start digging down. I end up finding a zombie spawner, and I'm like, oh, and then I see the wood, and I'm like, oh, okay, it's just over here, I guess. Cool. Nothing really crazy in this chest, nor is there anything insane in these next few chests either. Found an ender pearl as well, and I'm just going to bring that with me because you never know when you're going to need a pearl onto the ground after the ender dragon knocks you up in the air. And here we go. We finally found it. I'm a bit stressed out at the moment. You'll see that I end up setting my spawn for some reason. Not sure why. Probably because if I do end up beating it, I want to spawn here. But yeah, there we go. The portal's been set. Let's see what happens. Well, it's end time. At this point, I'm like, oh god, I gotta get up here immediately. I don't want to get smacked around, and we pretty much get out of there. I did over-prepare for this fight. I had a lot of potions. I think it was strength, regen, instant health, etc., etc. It really wasn't needed, but I wanted to be just as sure as I possibly could for this fight, because dying at day 91 would completely reset everything, and I don't think I would have had the energy or time to even want to continue this, or even try to restart it, I guess, is a better way of phrasing it. There would be no continuing, really, at that point. But yeah, that's pretty much all I want to say. You guys can go ahead and enjoy the rest of the fight, and listen to the rest of the music, and I will see you guys when it ends. With the Ender Dragon defeated, it's about time I'd say we go get ourselves an Elytra. I'm gonna essentially cut most of this out because it's not gonna be interesting at all. I'm just running around a bunch and pillaring and building and whatnot and just trying to bridge through the end. And I eventually find one of these, of course, within like maybe 1,000 blocks. It wasn't too far away. I really hate shulker boxes. They make no sense. Their AI is broken, I think. Oh, no. Not very good loot, but I mean, hey, it's diamonds. We didn't get anything regarding diamond, though, which sucks. Bridging across here is a very dangerous move, but at least I'm not speed bridging like Calvin. Get out of here. I saw you. Go ahead and grab the Ender Dragon head. Put that up on my home somewhere. I don't know. And... oh, there we go. Not bad loot. I mean, again, it's a Silk Touch pickaxe. It's not bad, but the rest of it is just iron. But the piece of resistance is, of course, the Elytra. And just like that, we're back home. Or we would be if I had not slept. I'm gonna grab some books here, of course. This is the reason why I slept there, because otherwise we wouldn't have Biwi. As I was coming home, I found some dark oak saplings, so I went ahead and grabbed some. And we're back home. Just in time for lunch. Get in there, Biwi. You did a stunning job. Now is the time to enchant. We're not going to do anything special here. It's really not that crazy or anything. I mean, we've all seen what enchanting is like. It's just me. I'm just going to speed through everything and just show you guys what I got all at once. We did get an Aqua Affinity book and a looting sword. Those are all pretty good. Those I can eventually use for some bigger things, I think. And yeah, we're just kind of getting some random things, really. That was a really good helmet, by the way. We're just getting some different things and whatnot, so I guess you guys can enjoy the little mini montage of that. And let's put the dragon head on the front. Why not? It'll be a warning. Also, I wanted to embrace the whole yin-yang thing, so we're going to trade this wood out for some quartz to match the right and left side of the rooms that we have in the tunnel. We're in the final stretch right now, and I figured, what better way to end it all off than to just do some more work on my base and just make it look a bit more shabby and completed, I guess, sort of. I'm basically just filling in, like, the roofs and stuff. The parts that I missed, for the most part, I guess, is a better way of explaining it. I ended up needing some glowstone, and I went on a little mining trip as well to the Nether. A bit peaceful, you know, nothing bad happened, I swear. A lot of nether quartz. A lot of nether quartz. Decent amount of XP, too. I thought that the walls looked a bit bare as well, so let's go ahead and, you know, make those look a bit better. We're just sort of mirroring the designs here. Looks pretty good. Days 98 through 99, I wanted to do something cool. I wanted to make some walls to the castle, just to make it, you know, an actual castle, I'd say. I didn't get the chance to do too much for it, but I think it turned out pretty well with the time that I had left. I say that like I'm dying. Let's go on with the second side as well. Can't, you know, have one of them be only walled up. That would make no sense. It would be kind of a joke. Speaking of jokes, I can't help but think that this castle looks like something. I wanted that glowstone for some redstone lamps, so we went ahead and did that. Day 100. Quite bittersweet if you ask me. I wanted to decorate a tiny bit before we leave off of the world, and I just wanted to kind of, I guess, look around and just do some final chores. Like, for instance, name my dogs, because I never really got the chance to. Kind of just been there since the beginning, and I never really paid them any mind. Usually don't care about animals, but they've been there a long time. But yeah, that pretty much ends the first video. If you guys want more, make sure you leave a like and leave a comment below and everything like that. And we'll see you guys all in the next video. Take care. Have a good rest of the day. Bye-bye.